What is going on, everybody? Canuck here, and welcome to another Vancouver Mounties Canadian Baseball League video. And we are through the first couple of months here, and we're going to start off today's video in the draft. It is June the 5th. So we'll take a look at our draft prospects. We will also play ahead. We'll play ahead till I like to keep these videos around the 1 hour mark or so, 45 minutes to an hour. So we'll kind of see how far we go. As we have been, we are dealing with money issues still. Every team is dealing with money issues still. I'm hoping that will start to sort itself a little bit. My attendance isn't great. I'm actually gonna drop that down to about 25 cents. See what that does. So before we really jump in here, we'll just take a look. We're sitting at 33 and 24. That is third in the division. We knew we were going to be fighting it out with Calgary and Edmonton. We're just trying to really kind of hang on to a wild card spot. I feel like that is our goal this season. I don't see us going any further than that. We have had, what else was we've had a little bit of injury issues, have we not already? Yeah, we got Mike Pottle. He's coming back soon. I'm hoping everyone else stays relatively healthy. But as we approach the deadline, I was considering or thinking about, like, because what's kind of a bummer with everyone not having any money is it's really hard to pull off any deals. We haven't been looking for too many deals throughout the season lately. We've kind of just been letting the season run. Minor ones here and there just because there's no room. But I was thinking we can look at some like more once as it gets nearer to July, once teams have fallen way out of it, we could go see if there's any teams with players that are in the last year of their contracts, and maybe they're willing to retain 100% of this guy's contract for a certain amount of prospects. We can try that and see if we're successful. But I don't know. It's hard right now. So we are about to enter the player draft. So I have been adjusting the player draft budgets a little bit. I think I'm at a point where it is pretty good. I think I set aside about 250 or 300,000 per draft. And looking at the draft pool, it looks like, there'll be a few guys that are going to want a ton. But after that, it's pretty reasonable. Kind of like maybe our first draft pick will eat up half our budget. That'll be pretty decent after that. So we are picking 17th. As you can see with our draft lottery, how it shook down here is the Yukon Gold Rush moved up to the number 1 spot. They moved up 6 spots to number 1. Moose Jaw and North Battleford fell. Cape Breton, Moncton moved up from 12th all the way to 5th. Toronto, Yellowknife definitely dropped. St. John's as well. Even Quebec dropped as well. So definitely a few winners and losers, as always, with the draft lottery. And just kind of on initial look at this draft pool, just kind of really looking at how many 80 guys are there. I mean, there's a few 80 guys that we might be able to get our hands on one of them. There's a few 75s, a few 70s, but then it starts to really dip after that. So I don't see this being a super strong draft, unfortunately. But hey, we'll see how it shakes out. So we will jump in. I'm not sure if we'll do all 15 rounds, but we'll do at least 6 or 7 of them. So let's see who goes first. Who was our first round pick? It's Scott, or the very first one is Scott the Rat Mace is going to be playing for Yukon. He's a 40-80. So this dude is 22. He's playing college ball. He's very close to ready almost. Well, I don't, maybe not ready, but probably 1 or 2 years in AAA, and he'll be ready to rock. So that's nice. The thing is with our draft picks is we got a lot of raw draft picks, and I'm finding their potentials are very quickly falling out of favor. Like I used to have a lot of 60, 70 guys or sorry, 70, 80 guys. Now they're falling into the 60, 55. So they're not really sticking out. We got a few raw guys here in the international complex that are, 70, 80. But those, again, like I said, once they hit 19, 19, 20, they kind of dip quite a bit. So, we're hoping we can find a few guys that really turn into something and hopefully turn into something relatively quickly. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so let's continue our draft. We'll go to our draft pick and we'll hit all players just to see who is available. We have Floyd Charette, great home run looking hitter. Not a great positional player. We are looking for a little defense. Mark McCormack, raw prospect, high school guy, only 17 years old. Brian Trackhorse Langdon. Got a little bit more of an upside here, Brian Langdon. He's 18. What's he at though? He's an extremely hard pick though. So he may be a bit tough. He'd be coming home from Langley, just outside of Vancouver. Like this could turn into, again, raw prospect, but he's got some nice numbers. Not the home run hitter, but we need a good contact hitter. This guy would be a very good kind of prototypical leadoff guy. If he does end up working out. Brian Langdon. He does have that low intelligence, which usually kind of relates to people not really turning out how I would like them. So that's swaying me a bit. There's really only 480 guys left. Floyd, Mark. This guy's just got enough to keep me kind of interested here. He's got the low intelligence, but he's going to demand a lot, but I don't think anyone's going to demand much after that. So we are going to select Brian Langdon with our first round pick. So we will draft him. All right. With our next pick, I'm just kind of considering, do we go look at the pitching pool seems a little weak. And there is, this guy, Kuo Rod. I love these nicknames. Jamie Freeman, 17, 6'5" already at 17. Great potential movement, which is very interesting. We're going to take a chance on Jamie Freeman. We'll draft him as well. All right, we'll go back and see who else we've got here. Be someone like a Victor Ramirez, perhaps. Armando Vallejo. He's a 30-70. So maybe a guy a little more on the ready side. 6'8", 240. I don't like this, though. Jesus Ron. Yeah, he doesn't have personality stuff I really like. Then it really drops off. There's like no one even in the 65 range. It just really starts dropping off a cliff. I just want to see what the scouting director says. Elijah King. Going way off the board. Why? What do we like so much about this guy? I'm not sure I agree with our scouting director on that one. Eugene Buffy. Charles Auger is a 40-60. Draft pick, round 0, pick 0? Interesting. He was a draft pick from last year that just didn't get... that's kind of an odd one. I'm going to get him. Arlen Bogart, second baseman. Arlen Tweet Bogart. I like Arlen. We'll draft him. Kind of a bit of a quicker draft here. Not really a lot going on pitcher-wise. Like, do I want to waste a relatively high pick on a 45 overall? Probably not. Benedict Inky McKellar. Again, another college guy, a little bit older, at 22. He's okay. Ty Geddes is actually a solid catcher. It'd be nice to have another one of those in the fold. We have 11 catchers, but hey. What's one more? Tanner Tornado Rennie. I love that nickname. We might go and jump in and see if we can snag a pitcher, because we've got a bunch, but no. I'll take Bill Lapine. Okay. Eugene Buffy still on the... Why would he be extremely hard? Not sure what determines signability. Alex Munoz looks actually pretty good. We're going to pull him off the board. 21-year-old Mexican. And then it starts to become a bit of a crapshoot. Looking for some guys with a little offensive upside here. Here's another Munoz. I can play a little bit of everything. Give him a go. Abby Munoz. All right, give me a guy that's not going to strike out much. What a contact guy. Winston Visser. Okay. Give him a go. We got a few picks left here. Andrew Newell. Big power guy, potentially. Yeah, I'll take a chance on him. Maybe some guys. Here's like a high. This could be good. I'm going to draft Steve Mercer. And then, I mean, there's only a few picks left, so we'll just let the CPU finish that draft off. And we'll do some negotiations. How much money do we have? 320, so we can just meet demand on all of these. So we'll quickly do that. As we add a few more players to the stable here in Vancouver. As we get ready to shift our focus back to the task at hand, which is competing for a playoff spot. So, we are into June here. And we are 6.5 games back. We are clinging on to that second wild card spot. The Gold Rush are 2.5 games back. It's a tight one in the Prairie Division. Windsor 4 games up on Quebec. And pretty tight one at the Atlantic as well. But Calgary seems to be the team to beat right now as they are dominating. So we're going to play through June pretty quick. And then we'll kind of check in on the season once we hit July and see maybe we can focus some targets. So we'll shift through to next month, try to just avoid injury, as Mike Pottle will come off the injured list, which means Sloan Treats. Where'd he go? Right there. We'll send him back to Langley. Pottle will come back in. Set up those depth charts. Set up that minor league system. We'll add a few more of these guys to our short list just so we can track them a little bit more. I'm going to take a few guys off said short list. And if they're above 55, I consider them to be more top prospects. There we go. Wish I had a few more top prospects up here. Oh, Josiah James is up here, giving his hand at AAA, and actually performing fairly well. Keep an eye on Josiah. Okay, let me just check the trade block. Again, I'm just kind of wondering, could we get a rental of some kind? Why is this guy sitting in AAA? Wow. They must have a better second baseman. And no, this guy's very good. He's a lot of money, though. He's 36. And he's still got 1 year left on his deal. At 5.1 million. That's a little high. Wondering if there's a guy nearing the end of like George the Perfect Storm. Rayome. What a name. I mean, he's struggling. How's Oshawa doing? Oh, they're terrible. So they would probably be looking to unload a guy like this. Let's just see if they retain 100% of his contract. They don't want anyone. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. We'll continue to move through here. Okay. Cruising along. Like we got through the month with no injuries, so that's good. Okay, so Willie Sanchez seeing a little bump in movement and stamina. Matsumoto, okay. Munoz. All right, not too much to go off of there. Mid-season goals. He's very happy with Mike Cross, already a top 5 left fielder. So far, he's exceeding my expectations. Yeah. Owner's still not happy with my defensive efficiency. Jack Patterson is 12-2. Wow. Let's take a look at him. Omar Montijo is number 7 prospect right now as an 18-year-old. Fan interest is trending in the wrong direction. Do something. Is it really? 84. Come on, man. Jeez. Give me a break. All right, so let's see where we're sitting. 45 wins, 35 losses. As you can see, offense continues to be not the issue. It is pitching and defense, as we are definitely falling way behind in that. Let's just do a quick save here. So let's do a quick just spot check at our players here. So Henry is really, really struggling. Like a lot. I don't even think he should be number 1 pitcher anymore. I would even throw him down. Oh, computer AI is doing that. Okay, I'll let them handle that then. But yeah, Henry is awful right now. So I'm thinking the regression is going to be starting here on Henry as a 36-year-old. He's fallen off a cliff pretty quickly. So that's unfortunate, and we are just going to be stuck with him for another 2 years after this. So, and we can't offload him. So, Willie Sanchez. okay, but underperforming from last year. Patterson's been very good. Very, very, very good. 12-2. So he's getting some great, great decisions. Whip is under 1.2, less than 1 home run per 9, 6.1 strikeouts per game. I mean, he's pretty damn good. Definitely having his best season, and we've got him locked up on a pretty friendly deal. So I'm hoping Jack can improve a little bit more. Although 29, he's probably reached about the peak of his potential. So, but he may be a number 2, number 3 starter for us for a while. Maybe sneak in a number 1 by this season. Never know. Kasiyashi is not very good. And Burho is kind of a rotating list of people that are taking that number 5 spot. Burho has it right now. He's pretty meh. The bullpen, Lyons is looking pretty good. He's got 19 saves on the year already, only given up 10 earned runs in 33 innings. That's not too bad. Matsumoto's definitely struggling from where he was before, so he's adjusting to that setup role over a closer role, and he's struggling there. Cadeno, kind of the same thing. He's not a very good setup man. ERA ballooning. Eric Robert is pretty solid. Mel Fimbres, we got in a free agency signing. It's turning out to be better than I thought. So, Riley, not great. Eddie, not great. Okay, so pitching, yeah, I can see how it is not very good. The hitting should be better. So Bulger's hitting 269, OPS plus of only 94. So he's contributing, but not as much as I'd like him to be. Scott McPherson's moved up to the number 2 spot, and I am very impressed with his batting average as he has got it up almost 30 points. So he's hitting almost 300. I mean, we never expect him to be a great hitter, but he's producing a little bit, so I'm okay there. Red Mills, he's our backbone, obviously, of the team. He's hitting 302, 13 home runs, 51 RBIs on the season. His home run count definitely expected to be down, but his RBI is expected to be up. So that's good. He is walking a lot. Look at that OBP. 495. So he is on base half of his at-bats. Can't ask for much more than that. Okay, we're happy there. Doug Reeder has been good. He's on base 4 out of 10 times. Pottle's been okay as well. Cross has been good too. Troy Murray, decent. Manny Munoz, the second baseman, and he's hitting over 300 too. And Laviolette, I don't expect much hitting wise from him. Yeah, kind of what I expected, where he's there more for a defensive side of things. So well, the hitting's there. The hitting's decent, but the pitching is definitely letting us down. So we're at July 1st, and 45-35, still holding on to the wild card. Victoria is just 2 games back. Manitoba is 3.5 back currently. All right, so we'll play to the All-Star game here. Oh, there's Bulger down again. 3 weeks. Not terrible, but not great. Josiah ready? No point in really rushing him. We could bring Jim Hayden up. We could bring Sloan back up. Bring Sloan just back up. So we don't eat another 40-man spot. Okay. Bobby Alice is moving into the center field spot. Free agent at the end of the year, this guy. Not sure if he'll be back. Okay. Even moving it along here. All right. What does Danny want? He wants to work out an extension. Well, we don't have any money for that. Sorry. Okay. Impressive show by Pete. Gareth, Pete. Wow. Like, these are both Calgary guys. Okay, let's see who made the All-Star team. Any Vancouver Mounties. Ron Lyons, our closer, makes it. Peyton Laviolette actually sneaking in. Probably more for his defensive prowess. Fred Mills, third straight All-Star appearance. Okay, so we got three All-Stars. That's not great, but it's okay. All right. Just curious. There's still a few really good guys. Just could we clear some space to sign this guy? Pete Half-Yard. He just wants 1 year. Can't do it though. Don't see how I can shore up some cash here. This everything's already set, right? Oh. Fortunately not. Our attendance is improving, but yeah. And that's the same. Every team is in that same exact situation, unfortunately. Okay, so we'll get through to... Well, actually, we'll sim ahead just like a week maybe. And then we'll start looking around at what I was going to say earlier about any teams that are out of it. Can we potentially make a deal? Western League defeats Eastern League, okay, in the All-Star game. So All-Star break is now over. So let's now check in on other teams, bottom feeders that may be willing to give up something, like a pitcher, like a Dan. Yeah, so like I'm looking for guys right at the end of their deals that they might be willing to give up. Medicine Hat, they don't have much worth giving up anything. A lot of bottom feeders here in the Prairie Division. North Battleford, do they have anyone at the end of a deal? Doesn't look like it. Moose Jaw. Moose Jaw has... Oh my god. No wonder Moose Jaw is so bad. I don't have anyone decent. Except for this guy, John Quintal. He's locked up for a long-ass time. Poor guy. He may opt out there. I wouldn't blame him. Doesn't matter how much he's making. That's crazy. Okay, let's look at Oshawa. Oh my goodness, they have him. He's at the end of his deal. I'm always intrigued by Ivan Casanova just because his name sticks out at me. He was so good in the first year, and then he's not so good in the second and third, his second year, and he's okay this year, but he would be a hell of a pitch. He would easily slot to my number one. Can we make a trade for him? They'd have to retain 100%. Nobody. Really? You have no player that makes this deal work. Not even a prospect. Darn, I got excited there. Okay. Does Oshawa have anyone else? Nope. Toronto? No. Moncton? No. Halifax? No. St. John's? Oh, he's locked up for a long time. Shinosuke Kiyahara. That's a nice deal. That is a very friendly deal that St. John's has signed him to. He's disruptive, though. Okay, so that's not exactly working. But we could... on our team needs. We still need a reliever. I would say we need a starting pitcher too. Excuse me. Whew. Really should have muted that. I apologize. We'll do that. And as for us, we do have someone. George Bulger is going to be leaving. He's still a week, so we can't trade him for another week. But maybe a team might be interested in him. Not sure if I really want to give him up. But let's work towards the deadline here. We might start getting some offers, and we do. They want to send me kind of meh for Tom Pilkington, who's basically my best pitching prospect. So that's a big hard no. That is a big hard no. So there are trades that are being made. They're just minor league deals, it looks like, unfortunately. So not a lot. Ivan Casanova is on the block. But no one's, I don't know how any team's going to make that work. Espinoza, also free agents. Again, seeing if they would do. Oh, Espinoza's no trade clause. Okay. Fine. You don't want to go from Regina to Vancouver? You're crazy. Also, look at this. We're second in the division. Wowzers. Bill Crow. He's still got a year left. Hamming. Still got a year left. He'd be nice, though. Could we make something happen here? Retain 100% for 2 years? No. It's not happening. Nothing seems to be working. Which sucks. It's kind of boring playing. Well, not boring, but it's kind of sucks when no movement really can be made. Sloan continues to not be MLB or CBL ready, I should say. Okay, Bulger is. Oh no, I don't want to do that. Do that. Bulger's just not. Or sorry, not Bulger. What am I trying to say here? Sloan. He's just not CBL ready. All right, just taking a look here. Okay. John Cuff is moving up. Keep an eye on him. Just seeing how some of these new guys are performing. Not great. Okay. All right, we'll move to the deadline here. 6-game home run streak. Wow, Fred Mills had a nice little run. That's a bad deal. Montreal. Oh, okay. Okay, they would retain 100% of Emmett McNair. Oh, he's terrible. 2 years. Wait, hold on. It doesn't even seem to matter here. Your gut tells you this is a good deal. I mean, yeah, it's giving away a couple low priority prospects, but this guy could be an issue in the dressing room, so that's going to be a big fat no. I don't really look too much at my team chemistry. It's great. It is great. See, look at this. No disruptive, outspoken guys at all. So, yeah, we don't want to rock the boat. Everyone's in a pretty good mood. Everyone is in a pretty good mood. Pretty happy with my staff too. Okay, trade deadline here is approaching. We've got a nice comfy 5.5 game lead. Trade deadline is not quite yet. Trade proposal from the Bison. They want to trade me. Terrible trade. Okay. Fred Mills had a week. He had a week. Oh, yeah. Now we're starting to see Fred Mills heat up. Now we're starting to see Fred Mills heat up a bit. I like to see that. Yeah, as the offense continues to be great, but the defense continues to struggle. Okay, so let's see. Is there anyone that we could potentially look at? Again, it's I'm looking for guys at the tail end of a deal. It's really all I can do. $38, 36-year-old reliever. Again, if you can retain 100%. No chance I'm trading any of those guys, so sorry. Even if I go to 95, like nothing will work. Oh no, it'll work. 85. No, once they hit 85, it doesn't work. It's either 95 or 100. Okay, so that's not going to work. Oops. Oh, geez. Whatever. Not much out here. Larry Bradley. Ottawa putting up an intriguing starter who was traded last year. I don't think there's going to be anything here, but nope. Are trades happening? A few, but nothing of substance. Yeah, there's not a lot of movement going on right now, unfortunately. And I mean, we're at the point where injuries right now are okay. I don't see us being able to make a deal where we can. Well, let's just see if we can get rid of Bulger. One guy. One guy. Joe Belmore. Who would be on the hook for 3.6 million into next year, too. Well, actually, he's not bad. He's not bad. Bulger definitely has some more upside. He's not hitting as good this year. And we are going to need a replacement for Bulger. Who's going to move into center field? I'm just looking because Mike Cross could potentially play center field. Roy Murray's not. Can Pottle play center field? No. The only option would be to move Cross to center field. He's not a great center fielder. He's a much better left fielder. I like to keep him in left. I feel like if we do this, we're forcing something that we don't need to force. I'm going to say no to this as well. Bulger will probably play out to the end of the contract. Actually, interesting players on the waiver wire here. John Fowlo, what are you doing over here? Can't afford him. All right. Okay. We'll finish it up. Whatever. That's fine. I got a trade proposal, and I'm not sure how. Yeah, deadline expired. Wasn't worth it anyway. Okay. Is there anything of substance made? Not really. That guy's actually not bad. George Batchelor. Okay. Well, I think at this point we just kind of play out the string. 4.5 up. Yeah, let's play through into August, and then we'll check in on the team in August. We got a player development update now. Nice. Lee Sanchez with a drop. Red Mills even dropping a little bit. Okay, well, we actually are starting to see some trends in the right direction for some players. Okay. This 61 and 44, which unfortunately is good enough for third place in the division. That would be leading the Prairie Division, leading the Metropolitan Division. We're just in the wrong place geographically. All right. We're going to move ahead and just hope for no injuries. We are having a nice little battle between us and Edmonton. We're getting through. Uh-oh. 46 game on base streak by Mills. Nice. Doug Reeder strains his hamstring. 4 to 5 weeks he's going to be out. That hurts. Okay. Where are we? 3 games up? Yeah, we're just kind of floating around the gushy middle. I'm just going to let the AI set this up. Just going to let the AI set this up. We got Alice playing third. Sure. Sure. Okay, so Doug Reeder, that hurts a little bit. He should be back for playoff time, though. Let's just hope no more injuries. Okay, another player development update. Again, mostly things trending in relatively the right direction. Roster expansion has occurred. So we bring in a couple new guys. Cooper Blake is going to slot in. Okay, Ford Keats. He's been in for a while. Corey Junker is going to get a go here, too, in the expanded rosters. All right. So let's check in on the team. Again. How bad my minor league system is. 32 and 99. They won the whole thing last year. Brandon. Wild. Not this year. Okay. So we are 79 and 55. That's a great record. I mean, we're in the clear. We should be in the clear. There's no way we're blowing a 7-gamer. I mean, we're fighting with Edmonton. Calgary is on an absolute freaking tear. 94 and 40. Wow. That is impressive. It is very tight in the Prairie Division, and whoever gets in there is literally the winner will have the slot. Everyone else will be out. It's just because this division's too strong. The Rocky Mountain division's way too strong. Windsor is going at it. They'll probably winner of this division will probably get the only playoff spot, and I imagine three of these teams will get it as well. It'll probably be Charlottetown, Fredericton, Cape Breton would be my guess. Quebec maybe just in it right now. For us, Victoria's fallen back. I think they may be just in it. This is this is a nice little four-way battle happening in the Prairie Division, but basically losers got to play. Actually, no, they won't have to play Calgary. They'll have to play either us or Edmonton. Okay, well, we can hope for that. So looking at us again, continues to be the same. We're top 5, top 6 in offense, and defense continues to struggle. Just take a quick look at the pitching staff. Emery continuing to struggle to find wins. He's at 6-11, ERA ballooning up to about 5. Home runs are down. His walks are down, though. His strikeouts are definitely down. Jack Patterson's been great. He's moved up to the number 2 position, 17-5. He's had a great season. Definitely the one bright spot in the pitching rotation. Willie Sanchez has been pretty much right on exactly what he was last year. Kasiyashi, 11-7, but his numbers are a little down, I think, from last year. Burho continues to hold on to this number 5 spot. He's actually been decent. Well, that's good. Cadeno is fixing his game a little bit. Matsumoto a little bit, but still struggling. Jim Riley struggling. Okay. I mean, is there anyone sitting in AAA? No, there isn't. There is not. Okay, let's go to the lineups. Take a quick peek. Bulger, this will be his last month as a Mountie. Yeah, injuries. I mean, he's got so many injuries. So I won't be too upset to lose Bulger, to be honest. Would have been nice to get something for him, but he'll be useful down the stretch, I hope. McPherson's been good, but again, not great. Fred Mills is, I believe, on a bit of a tear here. He's on pace for 40 home runs. So he's definitely having a better season than he did last year. Mottle's been good. Numbers are a bit down. Cross having a good season. Troy Murray, Stassinelli, pretty good. Bobby Alas is into third base right now. He's struggling a bit. Munoz averaging over 300, just kind of average OPS wise. Bobby Alas been okay. All right, same kind of deal. All right, so let's whip through the last month of the season, as it looks like we're going to be fighting with Edmonton. We'll just go kind of week by week here. Ooh, that's not good. 2 to 3 weeks. Okay, that's not terrible. We'll just have the AI to do it at this point. Okay, just get through this healthy, guys. Get through it healthy. Okay, so we're falling. Yeah, we've fallen away from Edmonton. Victoria's still not quite catching us. So it looks like we are destined to take that last wild card spot. Unfortunately, that is going to mean a date with the Bone Pilers, and that's not what we want at all. Yeah, but we'll keep going here. Is there a chance? Closing a little bit. Laviolette can come off the injured list there. Okay, Reader's almost back. We'll throw him back on. Beautiful. Okay, we're back to a healthy lineup. And where are we? 4.5 back. And yeah, Edmonton's eliminated. So we're in. we're in. Do we have enough games to catch them? Potentially, but I don't think it's going to happen. It did not happen. Okay. We have reached the end of the season. We are into the playoffs, but this is going to be scary. This is going to be scary. So we have locked up the last wildcard spot with relative ease. I mean, it was Victoria fell apart. Let's take a look at the rest of the standings, see who gets in. Calgary goes 112 and 50. That is going to be absolutely terrifying. They're literally leading in everything, except for defensive efficiency. Wow, that is such a strong team. Regina is going to be the team coming out of the Prairie Division. So Regina will take on Edmonton. Vancouver will take on Calgary. Windsor will get the spot in the Metropolitan Division, so they will be trying to defend their title. They went on a bit of a hot streak to end the season. And then it will be Charlottetown. Oh, actually, it looks like Charlottetown and Fredericton are going to have to play a game 163. I think I have that turned on. And Cape Breton will see their first bit of action as a playoff team. Okay, it looks like they're still sorting things out here. There we go. Patterson wins the ERA crown. What? Really? My goodness. Did he ever? What a season for Jack Patterson. We'll check in on all the guys in the next episode, but wow, that's a bit of impressiveness there. 20-7 with a 2.95 ERA. Not a bad free agent signing for us. Ooh, we'll take that. So we'll sim right up to the start of the playoffs. And in the next episode, we will highlight the David versus Goliath matchup here, as Vancouver will try their best to take on the powerhouse Calgary Bone Pilers. So until then, we'll see you next time.